Hey, it's Craig, WJ6F. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the X2D 3D printer from Bambu Labs. Now, what's going to separate this video from all the other videos out there about 3D printers is I don't know anything about a 3D printer. I've never used one. I've never assembled one. I've never used any of the programming. So we're going to see how well this works, because from what I understand, Bambu Labs has pretty much a foolproof way for even newbies to get one of these things ready to go. And we're going to do it right after this. Okay, now that we got it on the table, out of the box, save the box, you can put all your stuff in there. Now, one of the things I was told when this was first told me that it was coming was when it gets to your house, check the box. Look for any excessive damage like punctures and all that, and let the company know just in case there's any damage to the unit once you open it. Get this thing out of the bag. Some tubing. We get the bag off of here. And then we're going to revert to the instruction manual because I'm not screwing this up. Like I said, I don't know anything about 3D printers. So here we go. Okay, well, this instruction manual, it shows you step by step how to unpack it. They also give you every item that comes in the box. Okay, so we've got the bag off. Now the one thing we got to do is they want us to take the top off here, the glass, untape it, untape the front, and then we'll be pulling other stuff out from the inside. And double check everything. Don't be too quick. You don't want to damage anything. Always check to make sure in shipping your glass top and front door did not get cracked. I have heard there have been a few people that have had that happen. After seeing how my delivery driver handled it, I'm amazed that it didn't get broken. If I can find that video, I'll definitely share it in this video. This does come off. Find the tab. And there you have your window. I'm going to set it aside. Don't want to get it too nasty. Now, as it shows on the inside, there's things in here to take out. One is this box. Pull that out. I believe that may have the fan and the secondary nozzle. I think they call it an extruder. I'm not sure. And then we're going to take out this. And the foam. Once you get those taken out, once you go to the front, you're going to open the front door, remove the protective bag, and use the longer Allen key from your little toolbox and remove the two screws that are in the front. They're red, so you can't miss them. Okay, now these are the screws I'm assuming they're talking about. Hopefully that's in focus. You can see the two screws right here. There are another 3 screws on the bottom, which is for the the whole platform where your model will sit on. Trying to move. They want you to pull out. And what this is the AMS Pro that holds 4 spools of filament. Now you can order this with or without that AMS Pro. It's only $100 more, I believe, to get the AMS Pro, so it's kind of worth it. And it makes life simpler, and from what I understand, a lot less waste. And here you have the AMS Pro. Now once you have that done, now you're going to take out this plastic stand that the AMS was sitting on. And it has 3 screws. 2 on your right side and 1 on the left. You have to unlock the heat bed. There's 1 more screw way back here in the back. Again, it's marked with a red circle, can't miss it. Here's your Allen key. Per the instructions, the foam under the heat bed can be removed only after the calibration process is completed. Now it's got these red little protector things. You're going to pull down on them to take them off. There goes that. Now they say that these Z-axis screws, while the heat bed's doing its thing, may move a little. It's perfectly normal. Don't worry about it. Now they want you to cut 3 zip ties. Make sure that you don't accidentally cut the belts that are in here or any wiring or anything else. These things work great. Make sure you're not cutting anything you shouldn't be. Carefully pull them out. Don't go yanking on things. Alrighty. Now, we're going to dig into these boxes. One of the items in here is the screen, which is the next thing we're going to be putting on. This is where you want to start being a little careful. You don't want to start yanking on things and breaking small wires. That says remove the tape. Lightly pull so you have a little slack. And you'll see right in the center where it goes in. Put it in gingerly. Feed the wire back in. And then go ahead and mount your screen. And you should be good to go. Okay, inside the box, you have the screen, the auxiliary extruder, and then some cables in here. You have your main 110 volt power cable. You have another filament holder that'll mount on the side here. A rather long extruder cable. There should be a shorter one in the box that we'll use for the extruder, and this works, the longer one works better for the AMS from what I understand. So let's get this hooked up first. This is where I've seen several people have an issue. What you're going to want to do, there's a little like barn door right here. Go ahead and remove that. That way you have access to the plug. Then you have 4 holes right here for just clipping that into. Gingerly put the cable back in, and it'll lock down once you get it situated. Now this is where you're going to need the little wrench they give you, because we have to connect this tube into here. Okay, we're going to have to get this nut, we have to loosen that. That's where this little wrench they give you comes in. And you're going to slide this tube in. Now, according to the directions, about 22 millimeters, I believe. Yes, 22 millimeters. And the reason you want to make sure that it's in there all the way is because if you don't, the filament may curl inside of here. That's never a good thing. And I believe it'll just stop when you're already there. That's saying you push the power cable back into the slot. We've already done that. You do that carefully. You confirm that this is fully inserted. Now, when you tighten this, you're going to hear a slight clicking. I don't know if you'll hear it over this, but we'll try. There, I just heard some clicking. So I'm going to stop immediately. I'm not going to continue on. Now it says to remove the tape on this tubing. And they have a specific way they want this to go. Now they do have a specific way they want the tubing to go. Yeah, gray up to the orange one, white to the side of the extruder. So we'll get that done right quick. You'll kind of feel it kind of click in. They even give you an orange tag. And it locks in. Don't go yanking on it gorilla style. And then we're going to unpack the AMS here. It's got all kinds of this protective film on it. Careful that you don't scratch the screens or the plastic cover. Go ahead and open this. Pull the foam out. And you take this box out. This, I believe, has the fan and air filter in it. Do it gingerly. You don't want to wipe anything out. Now, it does say to remove this tape that's right here. There's tape right here with two those anti-humidity packs, desiccant. And what they say to do Then remove the outer plastic packaging and install the 2 desiccant packs on each side of the empty compartment. So you'll put them pretty much back where we just took them from. Because my understanding is moisture is, so to speak, the death of filament. Then place your AMS on the back. Now we have to take this gray tube right here, the top one, and it goes up to the back of the AMS. So this gray one is going up here. Again, you slide it in, it clicks in. And you can do whatever cord maintenance you want so that it looks pretty. Now these are 6-pin connectors, so you can see that. And yes, they only go one way. Push one right, and it's up. And there you go. Now the next thing is the holder, the spool holder assembly. And that's also where this, I believe this white tube is going to come into play. Give you a Ziploc bag for that. So what you're going to do is on this section right here, you're going to slide that in. It'll lock in, as you just heard. Then you're going to take the top piece here, and there is a hole at the top where you'll stick that. Now you're going to take your white tube here, and you're going to go up and into the back of this. Slide that in and it'll stop and lock in. Okay, now we're going to install the external fan. So it goes horizontally, and you'll want lightly pull on it to make sure you've got all 4 corners seated properly. Get your small cable, and using the top outlet, and connect it to the top here, and they will lock into place. So I'm going to turn this around right quick, get the plug in, because I figure you all know how to do that. Now this is the like computers, it's the, you got your 3-prong typical 110 outlet. Okay, now we're going to fire this up, get it hooked up to the house's Wi-Fi and all that good stuff, and update the firmware. Power buttons at the back. We have power. Should see the screen light up. Okay, so now we pick what language we are, and we're definitely English. Go to next. Select your region, which is, you have a choice of Asian Pacific, Chinese, mainland, Europe, North America, others. We are North America. Next. Now you're going to pick your Wi-Fi. That's going to give you a QR code for scanning to get the little, they call it the Bambu Handy app. We'll do that right quick. Then you can download the app. Now it's asking you to verify that you did in fact remove the 3 screws. You have the 2 on the front and the 1 in the very back. And I can see that I did. Now you can calibrate for lower noise and better print quality. It's saying it's going to take 34.5 minutes to do, so we're going to start it. And we'll come back when it's done. So we're going to hold 1%. This is the whole calibration. Now we started this at 130, as you can see right there. And we'll see how long it'll take. Okay, looks like it's completely done. It says you are all set. Time to create. Get started. And you can see it is now, you can see that, it's 2:05 p.m. So this did take a little over a half an hour to calibrate, not a big deal. Okay, while I was trying to get the filament ready, when I came back in, I noticed that it had brought up that there is a firmware update. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You can see up here in the top right corner, it now says update. We'll let it do its thing. And we'll come back when that's done. The firmware was updated. I hit OK. Now we're going to put some filament in here. Now let's go ahead and set this up. We're going to use a white PLA filament. It ran its system, and you can see we have 4 slots that we can put in here total, plus the one that hangs on the side. That one you enter all the information in manually. But you can see the color is white. It does say PLA up above it. So we're all set. Now, for the big experiment, we're going to pick an item to print. Well, unfortunately, it's the next day. I didn't get a chance to finish the video yesterday. Wanted to go over the last couple of things, especially the first print. Although, as you can tell, I have already done some printing, but I'm going to show you how the original print was done. Now, what you do for the first print, up here you have this little house. That's your home screen. You want to make sure you're on that. Then you're going to go into Files. It's going to open up this little screen here. You can watch videos that you've already done. This is the models. They have cache and external. We're going to go down here. And the one we're going to choose is a benchy, a little boat. That talks about the plate that you have. When you're all ready, go ahead and hit Next. And then it'll get all ready to do it. It'll tell you what kind of filament you're using. and we have it set up for PLA white. And then when you're ready, you just hit print and it'll start doing it. Well, it didn't take long to print it. Here we have it. Now this little benchy, you might be able to see it in the little cab area here. There's one solitary string that goes across the doorway. That is the only error that I found on this whole boat. Came out really well, really easy to do. Absolutely zero issues with it. One thing I'd say about Bambu Labs and how they've set up the X2D, and I imagine it's probably the same with all their printers, you can know absolutely nothing about a printer and in no time have that thing working flawlessly. They're simple to build. They just work right out of the box. I've had zero issues with it. I've done a lot of printing on it in the last couple of days, and it has worked perfectly. Every print has come out great. I haven't had a single issue on any of them. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. If you'd like to help support the channel, there is a Patreon link in the description area. And while you're here, why don't you check out one of these other videos? And again, thanks for watching.